and exhale. One more time, take a nice deep breath of all the positive energy around you. Exhale. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Just for 1 minute, bring your attention to your heart space and think of everything you could possibly think of that makes you happy and grateful in this moment. What makes you feel appreciative? 1 minute. I'm going to count it for you guys. You don't have to worry. Just think about it. You know why? An attitude of gratitude raises your vibration. And when your vibration is raised, you can get anything you want in this world. Everything attracts to you easily and effortlessly. Hi, BN. Welcome in. Queen, welcome back. How are you guys? All right. So what are you grateful for? Life. Amen. Ghost. Amen. What are you grateful for? My children. I would do anything for my children. What am I grateful for? My home. I love my home. What are you guys grateful for? All right, you can type it in the comments, or you could just say it to yourself. 1 minute. Water. It's very good. Hi, Roshan. Hi, Ant. Welcome in, guys. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It is a featured stream here on this app. Thank you for being here and spending your time with me. We're going to have a great hour together. And don't forget, at the end, I'm going to be doing free readings for everyone. All right? Yes, ma'am. I'm doing well. Thank you. Access to clean water, food in my fridge. Princessa, welcome in. Sean, we're talking about what are we grateful for? Put it in the comments. What are you grateful for? Let's have that attitude of gratitude, because I'll tell you something. Every time things are going bad in my life, I just think about all the things that are working, and then I feel better because I lift my spirits and remind myself, like, Uma, not all of life is bad, just this one area, you know? Can you guys relate to that? Sometimes you have this one area going bad, but you feel like your whole life is bad, but it's not, right? Because then you just take a minute to think about, wait a minute. I got a roof over my head. I got clothes on my back. I got food in the fridge. I got clean water to drink, like Sam said, right? Thank you for that, fave. But isn't it funny how we do that sometimes, though? We just get like caught up with the bad thing, the one bad thing, and then you got like 10 good things going on, right? So this is the room that's going to remind you that you are absolutely perfect the way you are. And you got a lot of good things going on for you. And you're doing just great. Trust me on that. All right. Lugs, this is a featured stream. I cannot do the date box, but thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. All right. Moon, welcome in, love. All right, so I like to start my show by doing something free for everybody. For those of you that don't know, I'm Top Badge Uma B, and I'm a psychic and a medium. I'm the CEO of the Lotus and the Light Metaphysical Center. I'm a published author of 2 books, The Awakened Life and Amazon bestseller Chronicles of a Spirit Walker. Everything is on Amazon. I like to use my stream to uplift people, to inspire people, to have meaningful conversations where we can get to the bottom of things and work things out. I do psychic readings in my stream. Today, everything that I do in this stream is free, but usually people come and spin a wheel or whatnot for a reading. So enjoy the vibes today. If you're new, hit my name, hit that favorite button. All right. So here we go. I'm going to start by giving everybody free affirmations. This is not the free reading. That's at the end of the show after my guest gets in the box. So I'm going to do some powerful affirmations, all right? And all I need you guys to do is put a 1 in the comments and I will give you your affirmation of the day. Thank you, Lugs. Love you too. All right, here we go. Honey Bunches, you got I am intentional. I am consciously creating a life I love. That's wonderful. All right, Jenny, you got I am open. My higher guidance communicates with me through ideas. I will stay open to receiving messages everywhere. That's beautiful. Congratulations. Princessa King, you got I am powerful. Hi, Savage. Thank you, Jenny. I'm becoming more understanding, conscious, and self-aware each day. That's a beautiful thing to be, is self-aware. Afro, my buddy, you got I am courageous. I have the power to create anything I desire in my life, like a true Gemini with a Capricorn rising. All right. Andy, hello. Nice to meet you. Andy, you got I am generous. Hi, Butterfly Love. Welcome in. I will stay open to receiving good and generously giving good. All right. After Andy, It was Ghost Zoe. Put a 1 in the comments if you want your affirmation of the day. Ghost, you got, I am limitless. I am constantly growing and upgrading myself. All right. Savage, welcome in. Anybody else would like one? I see that's Savage. All right, Savage. I am balanced. I listen to myself and honor all my needs. Love that for you, Savage. Let's go. Butterfly Love, I see you. Welcome in. I am ready. That's for Butterfly Love. My intuition is always guiding me. I trust my decisions. And after Butterfly Love, it was Let's Play with Jay. How are you? Welcome in. I am enough. All right. I release the burden of shame, guilt, self-hate, and self-judgment. All right. After Butterfly and Let's Play with Jay. Savage, I got you. Meridian Soul. There you go. You got I am confident. I am confident. I release the need to be in control. I trust in the process and that everything is unfolding in divine timing. It's always that divine timing, right? Like we can't wait. It's like we have to have this thing now. Sam, I am grateful. I love it. I am grateful. Gratitude awakens the good to unfold in my life. What did I just say? I said an attitude of gratitude raises your vibration. What did they say for Sam and for all of us? Gratitude awakens the good to unfold in my life. You know what I'm saying? Rose, thank you. Rose, you got, I am grounded. I am connected to the clearest, highest vibration of love in the universe. I love that for you. And mine is, I am inspired. Ocean Star, thank you for the fave. My voice, words, and ideas matter. The world needs the magic that's inside of me. I think I'm gonna cry with that one. Do you guys need me? Do you need you some Uma? Put some clapping hands in the comments. Let me see. Do you need Uma and the Lotus Lounge family and this stream, Uma's Lotus Lounge? Does it bring you some joy to your soul? I hope so. I hope so, because you know what? Me and the Lotus Lounge family, we be riding hard to bring you guys joy. You know why? Because as a streamer, I openly discuss and talk about the fact that I have mental health issues. I have anxiety and depression diagnosed. So I understand how sometimes it's just hard to stay positive. It's just hard to find the joy in life. So if anybody here has any sort of issue like that, please hit me with that favorite. Come to my stream. You will always find a safe space to come and talk and to just share what you're going through, and to have me and people in the Lotus Lounge family chime in and give you advice or just be there and hold space for you. Hi Redesign, welcome in, you know? So just hit me with that favorite. Come on back. Blue Door, welcome in. You know, we just love you guys, and we just want you guys to know you have a safe space. I'm one of the older streamers on here. I'm 45, guys. So for some of y'all, I'm a mama figure. For some of y'all, I'm an auntie. And for some of y'all, I'm big sis. All right. But you know what? I'm going to always tell it to you with peace and love in my heart. I would never give you advice that would be hurtful to you or damaging to your soul, because I understand how hard it is. I mean, put a 1 in the comments if it's been extremely hard the past 2 to 3 months, right? From since the beginning of the year to now, you've just been going through it. And let's check this. Hi, BN. Hi, Eli. How many of you have had people to talk to? Put a 2 in the comments if you've had nobody to talk to. You've just been holding stuff on the inside, just trying to deal with it on your own, you know? The beauty of streams. And I forgot about this, guys. I had to take a week off. I have to tell y'all, I had to take a week off from streams to remind myself, Uma, why are you streaming? Now, I don't know if you guys know this. Like I said, Big Rose is our guest today. He is my ex. We were together for 2 years. We're friends now. And we're going to talk about the power of forgiveness. But back in the day when I first started, Big Rose and I started this group called the CBG family. And do you know what we did with the CBG family when we first started? We streamed to help people. Rose would have his room open, the box open, people would jump in, sharing their problems. I would have my box open, people would jump in, share their problems. We had a lot of conversations on streams, helping people. We've helped hundreds, if not thousands of people just with their mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is when I took that week off from streams, because it got really toxic here. Put a 1 in the comments if y'all understand what I mean when I said it got really toxic on streams. And it got really toxic, and I had to step away because being toxic is not like my trait. It's not my personality. Being love is who I am. And I don't know if this appeals to any of you, if any of you guys are streamers in here. If you're a streamer, put a 2. Let me see my streamers in here. And by the way, y'all fave each other, right? Let's fave for fave. You got to get those 5,000 faves some way, somehow. So y'all fave each other. Fave Blue Door, fave Big Rose, Honey Bunches, Sam, kind of fave Suspect, if you want to, right? 1.5. Princessa, fave Princessa, right? But the thing is like, what I loved about my old family and my new family, Lotus Lounge family, is that we work together as a team. And that's the beauty for me of streaming, is meeting people that you would have never met. Do you guys know that half these people that are my friends, Aphrodisiac, one of my best friends on here, he lives all the way in Vegas. We're different age groups. We're in different like socioeconomic classes, like we're different education. We're different generations. We're different everything. I would have never met him if it wasn't for streams. You know what I'm saying? So let's find the gratitude for streams and let's keep it positive. For those of you that are streamers, I'm holding you to it. All right. I'm holding you to bringing peace, love, light, and positivity here on these streams. And let's do what streaming was meant to be done. It was meant to make the world a smaller place and to make us more friendly towards each other. That sounds good? Sounds good? All right. Let's jump into my blog of the week. And we're going to have our special guest, Eli. Thank you. Come on in the box. And we're going to talk about the power of forgiveness. So my blog this week was called The Biggest Self-Love Challenge, Living for Myself. Ooh, how many people have that issue, right? Stars, welcome in. Hi, Heart and Soul, welcome back. Biggest self-love challenge, living for myself. Here we go. I love myself. I know I love myself. I know I treat myself right, but yet I also fail myself every time I do this one thing. Pay more attention to what other people want over my needs. It's ingrained in us, I think. From our childhoods, we're taught to listen to elders, and in time that translated to just listen to everyone but your own intuition. The main theme is this: trust the opinions of others over your own. Can anybody identify with that? Where you've just been taught the whole time to trust what other people tell you, but don't trust what you know for yourself, right? It never sat right with me back then, and it still doesn't sit with me now. It bothers me so much to listen to other people's opinions that I rarely have long-term friendships. I have learned the hard way that in some friendships, people expect you to take their advice if you're going through something, and if you don't, they get personally upset with you. That shouldn't be. And if this is a dynamic in your friendships, I suggest you take the time to explore if the friendship works for you. This is my theory of how friendships should work. Two mature people from different walks in life become friends. They should be open to exploring the friendship based on the mutual appreciation for each other and develop patience and understanding as they learn about new perspectives from each other. At no point should either party feel guilty about their life experiences when retelling to each other, or be made to feel obligated to listen to advice, especially if it goes against your own intuition. Sounds easy, right? No. I've lost the friendship of many people who attempted to advise me and got upset when I just did what I wanted to do. So what do? Do we keep trying to forge friendships and hope we can come across people who are open-minded and non-judgmental? Or do we give up altogether and just remain dedicated to living a solitary life? The latter is out of question, because we did not come here to be solitary. We're used to being around people. It's how we grow and live to learn. We learn what we like and don't like in our human interactions, things we cannot figure out by living by ourselves. Hi, Lily. So how can we create meaningful relationships that inspire us to grow and not stifle us? Thank you. I don't know fully yet. I do have conversations with my friends about what I want in friendships, and they tend to be on board with it, unless they're not. And then I hear an earful. Little Frankie, welcome in, love. So here are some tips for creating meaningful relationships in our mature years. Hopefully they help you too, and you can create some meaningful interactions in your life. Number one, express your intent. As I make new friends, I always find a way to slip it in conversation what my intentions are and what my expectations are concerning friendships. It's actually easy. Be a nice human being and be open minded because my stories will blow your mind and I don't need your judgments or condescension. By me laying out my expectations, I'm respecting you enough to let you know that I trust you with the inner workings of my life. And I hope you can enjoy the stories and not feel the need to give me input. Number two, establish boundaries. How many of you have boundaries in your friendships, right? Let your friends know what is acceptable and not acceptable in your life. Ask them what their boundaries are and agree to respect them. We can't assume everyone wants the same thing out of friendships, so take the time to explore your new friend needs and requirements as you express yours. If people look at you funny or make remarks when you try to do this, don't buy it and keep walking. These people aren't in the market for long-term mature friendships. They're looking for people to dump their emotional baggage on, and that's why they don't care to set the energy for the relationship. GT, welcome in. They rarely invest in one person. So if anyone gets mad at you, let them go and thank the stars you didn't entertain a friendship with them. There are real, genuine people out here. You just got to take the time to find them. Before I go on to point three, can you tell me a boundary for you in a friendship? I'll tell you a boundary for me is I don't do drugs. I mean, it's marijuana is legal in my state where I'm at. So gummies is okay, but I don't do drugs. So my friends are people that I hang out with, don't do drugs either. They can do marijuana, that's fine. We drink alcohol, we do marijuana, but we don't do drugs. That's a boundary for me. And there's no judgment against people who do other drugs. It's just that's not my lifestyle and that's not what I'm into. You know what I'm saying? So what about you guys? What are some boundaries that you have for friendships that you're like, no, that's absolutely out of the question, right? Lily's like, come on, let's get wasted. Number three, when forming a friendship, be true to yourself. That part too, honey bunches. Friendship should never become an integral part of your life to the point where you value them more than you value yourself. They should complement your life, not be your life. If you find that every major decision you make requires input from your friends, then you may need to make adjustments. Think of friends as cheerleaders, part of the squad, but the head cheerleader and team captain is you. You direct the flow in your life, not your friends. Remember that. As for me, I will continue being me and loving me as I am and keep an open door for friends to come in. Some may stay, some may go, but at the end of it, I'll be okay because I got me and that's all I need. Do you guys got you or do you need your friends to get you? Let me hear about it. Tell me. Now, interestingly enough, I wrote this blog on Sunday. I usually write my blogs on Sunday. And then I had a guest that was for today, but I did not get them solidified for today. So I had to find somebody as a backup. And I turned to the person that is my tried and true, my trusted person in my life that has always been the backup when my guests fail. So it is time to meet my guest. Are you guys ready for this? This is something I think is the first on this app. So if anybody's recording, you might want to record this because I am bringing in as my guest on my featured stream, my ex of 2 years. We were living together. We were in a relationship. We broke up. We had a very public breakup on this app 7 months ago. And we found our ways back to each other and have developed a healthy friendship out of it. Amazing. The power of love and forgiveness. And that is what the talk is about today, is the power of forgiveness. And I was very excited to ask him to be my backup person today and for him to accept and say, yes, I'll do it. And I said, you know what, this might be a very challenging stream to do, but we're going to do it. We're going to get by. We have enough people in here that love us for us to get through this. So let's put some clapping hand emojis in the comments. Let's welcome in my friend, my ex, Big Rose. Here we go. Rose, welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello. How y'all doing? What's going on? First of all, since we doing forgiveness, yeah, big hoochie daddy to you. But anyway, since we doing forgiveness, right, I want to apologize to the whole Lotus family. Nervous? Never. Right? I want to apologize to the whole Lotus family and
Thank
to
you.
Uma for, I was going through a lot and nobody deserved that shit. I mean, excuse me. Nobody
Can't
deserved
curse.
that. My bad.
Frankie,
I
thank you.
haven't been on the feature in a while. And that's
So we're
basically it.
gonna talk about it because I know a lot of people are curious, and we have a lot of lurkers in here because the 405 are not all who they say they are. We're very aware about the lurkers, but we're gonna talk about it in a public setting, and just get it out in the open. So I'll give a little bit of the backstory. Rose and I met and started dating in December 2020, and we were together all the way through until September 2022 last year. And then we had a very public breakup. And we're not going to go into the nature of our private, like why we broke up and all of that, but the rest of it was a very toxic breakup because Rose, he apologized to me and the Lotus Lounge family, and I'm going to take this moment to apologize to Rose and his family. It used to be Ask, now it's Gar. I'm going to apologize to his family, to anybody there that I have hurt or I have that's gotten in the way of the fire, right, between me and Rose. I apologize for that. The thing is there's not a lot of people that are streamers and then also streamers that are dating, and it's a really difficult thing, and there's so many people that have so much advice on how to do this, but unless you're doing it, respectfully hold your opinions, because the only people that could understand what it did to me and Rose would be people who are streamers and who are also dating. Now, I want to remind you guys, not only were we streamers and we were dating, so our relationship was public, but we also lived long distance because we're not in the same state. So we had so much things against us, you know, we had so much things against us that we just tried to deal with in an effort to get to know each other. But it kind of got lost. Now, Rose, I know that when we were together, you had a really great reputation on the app because people loved coming to your streams for the conversations, for the music. You play some of the best music on the app. They also loved your wit, your humor, your funny jokes, your games. You play a lot of trivia night. You do karaoke once a month. You do a lot in your streams. But when we broke up, you kind of went a little toxic, right? But to be fair, do you want to tell people not everything, but like what was going outside of the breakup? What was going on in your life the past 7 months
The
that had you
past,
kind of
all right.
spiraling on
After
strengths?
after we broke up, right? I went home. I got a job immediately. I started working, doing more things. My grandmother had bad arthritis, so I had to take care of her too. And then my birthday came, and my uncle birthday, like my father figure birthday, is like a week and a half after mine's. And when I was going through depression a couple years ago, he pulled me up out of that. And I was with him the night before. I was with him at the party, and he never came home. He killed himself.
Mm.
And if y'all like me, y'all would have loved him because I'm everything he is too. So with that going on, I started drinking a little more because I felt
And
cause
I
that
gotta
that's
say,
what that's
Rose,
what we used to do. Like that's how I felt closer to him. Cause he'll call me and be like, "Yo,
yeah.
let's go have a drink," and it'll be a healthy drink. It'll be us at a bar having two drinks, and that's how I felt closer to him. So with that, when I finally got over that, I figured out something that a lot of people that probably can't deal with. I realized that all the life threatening issues I've been in, my mother caused it. Every one. And it made me revert to like saying that, damn, the woman that I love the most betrayed me. So then I start lashing out at women, which is not right. But could you fathom the woman that you modeled yourself after and she just betrays you? So I never used to call women B words. It's like my
You
whole
never did.
my whole
Never.
thing switched because it's like I learned how to respect women from my mother. So if she put me in these places, why should I respect women if the woman that birthed me don't care about me? So you see what I'm saying? So it's wrong to lash out, but I never been through that much of a betrayal from somebody. Somebody that I put all into, somebody that I went to Trinidad because my mother father was there and he wouldn't walk her down the aisle. I caught a flight for like $700 one way and caught a flight back. It was 1400 to walk my mother down the aisle, and she betrayed me. So that hurt is something I'm dealing with. I'm even seeking counseling about it. And that's where I'm at right now. And I apologize to my family. Me? Y'all can hear me?
Now we can, yes.
Only thing else I
So
want to say is that I apologize, but also I help so much people on this app, and I seen people go through it. I'm talking about ready to kill themselves and all that, and I'm just talking to them. I go through a little grief. I had a few people, GT, Lily, Ace, Uma, Tender, couple people, you understand? But like,
caramel.
of course, my twin. I was about to say my twin. I'll never forget my twin. These is the people that built me. Gabby too. Gabby helped out too. And it's like y'all know who I am. But damn, I go through stuff too. I'm only human. I try
Did
my
you
best to keep everything off the app.
did you feel that when you were going through your grief and lashing out and everything, did you feel like people were judging you or making fun of you or helping you?
I don't like honestly, I learned not to care because if I care, it'll honestly trigger me again. So I know who I got in my corner, and that's it. And everything else, I'm y'all my friends and associates. But if you ever like laughed at me or something, I understand. It's funny. But I was going through some dark times, son. Like you gotta understand when your family betrays you, it's terrible. When the only thing you know to love betrays you, it's terrible. Then I wasn't homeless. I chose to leave. It wasn't like I could have stayed. I left. Why? Because if I'm acting like this around my family, I don't need to be around them because they're triggering me. When I'm out of the state, when I'm out of New York, I'm fine. I'm partying. I'm doing whatever the hell I want to do. I'm fine. I'm not even drinking like that. But when I'm around them, because it's something that they did to me. So I'm seeking counseling and I don't want to, talk a lot, but that's what's going on right now. And
Well, that was a big thing for me. And what I wanted to talk about on here is that I was not talking to him at the time because we were broken up. So, after a breakup, you move on, I move on. So we moved on. But I was hearing stories. And the funny thing was, I was hearing the worst stories about him, that he was just always drinking. He was drinking from early in the morning till late at night. He was falling down on stream and all of this stuff. But then when I actually reconnected with Rose, it was very interesting because he had a different story, because he told me about his life off of streams. He was, working out at a gym with a trainer. He was working at two jobs, sometimes three jobs at the same
and I
time.
was
He was
taking
hanging
care
out with his family.
and I was taking care of my grandmother with dementia. One of my grandmothers
Yeah,
with dementia.
you were taking care of a grandmother with dementia. So it's like, it's interesting because this is what I say to you guys all the time. For those of you that are streamers, when you hear stuff on the app, don't put too much into it until you hear from the person. All right. Because I did have people that are mutual friends of me and Rose go to Rose and talk to him so I could find out what's going on with him, because I was concerned. Of course, I care about him. This is a man that I loved for a very long time. And the stories that I got back were just always negative. And it made me feel like he's something that he was not, you know? So what brought you to the place of, because the minute we broke up, I wanted peace between us. I'm just that way, like I just want to be friends with people. It's not that big a deal to me. If we break up, we break up. Life carries on. You keep moving. So I wanted to be friends with him, like right after. But he didn't, because of course he had so much going on. So he couldn't really like make that his priority. But what really brought you to the place of forgiveness? Lizzie, welcome in. What brought you to the place of like forgiveness in your heart where you were like, I want to reach out to Uma and just
Man, I'll tell you, I was tired of fighting. Like my back hurt. I must have had like 13 fights in the last 2 months. Ask GT though. They'll
never
tell you.
GT, never.
They'll tell you. I was just beating people up, and I'm I'm not always gonna win. I could say that. I got hands, but I'm not always gonna win. Lizzie, what's going on? Welcome in. I want to apologize to you, Lizzie, because forgiveness is what it is. So I'm sorry if I wasn't in a good space. So I apologize to Afro, anybody. But what made me want to forgive? Because I was just tired. Like I was just tired. Like I'm tired. Like like it's like damn. Everywhere I
Right,
go, I
GT?
go. I go in a stranger room. They like, yo, f you, Rose. I'm like,
That part,
damn.
Lizzie. That part, Lizzie. Thank you. That's my sis. Everybody, big top badge, Lizzie Mars. And she said it right. I'm waiting for my dragon wheel, Lizzie. Don't worry. Once he hit me with a dragon wheel, I'm pretty sure he owes jets to a lot of people. I'm just saying.
Yo, let me just get a place first. God damn, I'm looking for a place.
We all got the whole Lotus Lounge family we all got demands. You see, you lucky Afro. Afro said you owe me 4 dragon wheels. You lucky Afro not in charge over here.
Afro know who's the
Because Afro
big.
would make
Afro know who's the big hoochie daddy. That's why he ain't saying nothing. No, I'm
I
a
know
check him.
GT. So, what is your advice for people that maybe they're holding a grudge against somebody? Maybe somebody did them wrong and they're like holding that grudge. What would be your advice to them? Would you say just hold that grudge, don't forgive them, or what? How would you say like moving
I
around to the
mean,
idea of forgiveness? Hi,
I
Jericho.
can't tell nobody what to do, but if it's something petty and minor and something that you could just be like, whatever, let it go. But if it's something that breaks your character and your morals, I understand. I understand.
What if
What
you
if
live
you?
with a grudge? That's a good question.
I don't live. I don't believe in living with grudges, but I also don't believe in like doing like forgiving somebody that did something that wrong to me. You understand what
I
I'm
got it.
saying? Forgiving
Yeah.
somebody that did something that wrong to me. I don't believe in like cause there's no comeback. Cause what I'm gonna let you do. Same shit. Excuse me. Same thing with my mother. My
Oh,
mother.
see,
I'm
Blue
not
Door said
holding.
it's my
I'm not
mother.
holding no grudge against my mother. I just don't want to deal with her, and I think that's an adult decision. That's all.
Yeah. Lady
Welcome
G,
in,
welcome
everybody.
in. Texas Rose, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody.
Yeah, he
We're doing
gotta
a
leave.
special today in the Uma's Lotus Lounge. This is my friend and ex, Big Rose, and we have come to a place of forgiveness with each other. We're talking about it on streams because I feel like streams for me has gotten very toxic recently. It could be because I'm older. I'm 45. So, like Rose, I don't hold grudges. I don't believe in holding grudges. I believe in peace. So, I'm trying to show through using me and Rose as an example, like people can hurt each other and then they can ask for forgiveness and move on from it. That's the adult thing to do. And the thing is like, I feel on streams, there's a lot of unnecessary fighting and squabbling for no reason. And I think like we need to do better. What do you guys think? Do you feel the same way? Thank you for the gifts. Because I feel like Rose and I, if we could touch somebody in here to be like, you know what, let me just let this go. This grudge that I'm holding, let me just let this go. You know what I'm saying? And it's just going to be like, all right, let's do that. Because let me tell you something, holding grudges on people, thank you, Lizzie. Holding grudges on people don't affect them, it affects you. It affects your mental, your health, your physical, your everything. You know what I mean? So don't hold the grudges. Can we ask you, how's your mental health now?
Oh,
Like, what
I'm
are you
great.
doing for your mental health?
I got some sleep, man. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Sleep deprivation is like being on drugs. I was scared to sleep because I would see my uncle. I lost like 15 people since my uncle died. So don't think it's just him. It's a lot. You know that. I couldn't
Yeah.
sleep. I couldn't sleep. I wasn't on drugs or anything. I was scared to go to sleep because I would see these people.
Hi, role model.
welcome in.
Everybody, hit the
So,
fave on role model in the building. Big role model. We love you,
yeah,
Role.
so
Thank you for
like
being
when
here.
you don't sleep, like I'll be looking behind me. I started
Can I share
seeing
something?
things and all that.
Can I share something a little bit personal about your sleep? Can I share that?
But
He's like, what? It's no, from from when we used to be together. When I first met Rose, like, guys, how many of you think you have PTSD, even though you've not been in the military?
I
How
do.
many of you feel like I know you do? Borat, thank you. Yeah, put a
Yeah.
one in the
Much
comments
friends
if
as
you
I
feel like
seen
you
get
have.
killed in front of me. I got PTSD.
Because I'll tell you guys something. There are people. Rose has had, not now, but Rose has had mental health issues on here. The reason why I defend him is because I have mental health issues. I have diagnosed anxiety and depression. And I'll tell you something. The first time when I met Rose, this is 2.5 years ago, back in 2020 when I met you, and the first time, you and I got together and we spent the first night together. I can I tell y'all something? I could not sleep next to him. He sweats so much. He like wets his t-shirt, wets the bed, he shakes, trembles in his sleep. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to just like put his business out there like that. I'm just trying to say
Oh, you
that
can say
there's
that I'm not
people.
ashamed. Talk. Ain't nobody ashamed of nothing over here.
I'm just saying though, like,
I
we
told you.
can't judge people, especially when you just see when people show up on the app and they only show you like a quarter of their lives or 1/8 of their lives. We have to do like what's right, and we have to hold space for people. Me, because I'm a person with mental health issues, and because I'm in the caring field, you guys know I'm a healer and a teacher and all of that. If I see somebody wiling out, I don't judge them. My first thing is I'm gonna pray for them. I'm gonna pray for them, and I'm gonna like try to reach out to them and say like, hey, can I help? Do you need somebody to talk to? And here's another thing too, for those of us, and I'm not trying to make this about race or anything, but let's be honest, let's keep it 100, right? How many of us are in the Black or brown community and we don't talk about our issues? Put one in the comments, because we weren't brought up that way to talk about our issues. I don't know about you guys, but in my household, it was like what happens in the house stays in the house. Well, if that happens, how are we supposed to heal from the things happening in the house? A lot of us that are brown or black community, we have very toxic family members. Am I talking to myself or am I talking to everybody?
No, you talking to
Especially
everybody.
Caribbean people.
You
You know
talking
what
to
I'm saying? And
everybody.
it's like for all the Caribbean who here rep your country, put your flags in the comments. How
I
many
know
of you
where I'm from.
how many of you are
See,
from
sweet,
Caribbean
sweet
countries,
TIT.
right? Thank you, role model.
Oh,
There we go.
oh
There we go.
gosh.
Little Frankie
Oh
has a heart,
gosh.
right? Guyana, Trinidad, America. But the thing
Oh
is like
gosh.
we have stuff going on and we have to start talking to people. Rose, I'm very glad that you're reaching out and you're getting the help that you need, and you're seeking a counselor and you're getting your life together. I'll always be in your corner. You have always been good to me when we were in a relationship. Hopefully, as we start this new journey of our friendship, we're good to each other again as well. And I want to see you win, because the one thing I do believe is I believe you're meant to be somebody and be something with your life. And I do hope that you get the life that you deserve. Any last bits of advice for streamers, people who are going through something, who may be wiling out, who maybe be judged by people on streams, like just your personal experience, any advice for somebody else who might be going through that?
My advice for anybody, if you going through something, what I should have did was take a break. That's the best advice. And if y'all ain't here, shout outs to Rose, shout outs to
Big shout out
Donna,
to role model and
everybody
Donna.
in here. I appreciate y'all for hearing me. But my advice is I should have took a break. Because if I would have took a break, I probably wouldn't have gotten as much things as I got into. But I'm a person that low key, I kind of like the smoke sometimes. Just a little bit. It builds. I'm from Brooklyn. It's always a competition. So like
Is
if
that the
you
trigger part of you or
from
the
where
Brooklyn
I'm
part? I
from,
don't
we
know.
we not. I don't like the negativity, but I like the friendly competition. That's all. It makes me better. And if you from Brooklyn, you know when you sleeping, somebody get into it. So everybody knows that from where I'm from. Exactly. So you know.
Mm.
And that's all I want to say. I
Well,
want to say thank you for having me on the show. Shout outs to Poppy Black. Pause. Got to get that back in.
Rob, I gotta, Rob, I gotta make you red again. I apologize because Kyle made me unread you one night. Long story, but you're
Shout
good.
outs to Afro, Lizzie, Uma, of course. Shout outs to my
Cobbleville here.
peoples,
What's Cobbleville?
GT, Ace, my twin,
Role model,
Gabby,
Donna.
Roll, all of y'all. But the people that was really on the phone with
What's
me,
Cobbleville, Brooklyn?
dealing with my anger, GT, Ace, Uma sometimes. Lily let me come to her crib and say, yo, you too skinny. I just want to feed you.
People,
And
you know
that's
what's
all I
funny? People
gotta
were
say.
asking me, they're like, when how do you deal with Rose? I was like, I curse him back. I was like, we have a saying in Guyana, my mouth ain't left in my mother belly. Which means like when I was born, I didn't leave my mouth in my mother's belly. It came with me. So when he would be doing the most, I'd be texting him. You remember? I'd be texting him. I'd be like, what the I can't do it now. We're in a future stream, but I was cursing him out the whole time I didn't care. Right? Thank you, Donna. I didn't care. I was cursing him out. I was like, because you know what I would tell him every time? He has the text messages. I'd be like, you're better than this. Stop it. And that's what I would tell him. I'd be like, I would hear some rumor. I would write him. I'd be like, what is this nonsense I'm hearing? You're better than this. Stop it. And that's what I would just say. And then he'd curse me out and I'd curse him back out. I don't care.
Uma,
But you
Uma
know,
is not
sometimes you
Uma's not
need
a powder puff. She's not.
I'm
Okay,
not.
so
No, sometimes you need tough love with the people that you love. And that is the kind of loyalty I want to see in friendships now. I think sometimes people have unrealistic expectations of friendships. They want perfect friendships. Let me tell you all something right now. Nobody is perfect. I have no problem cursing you out and sending you flowers the next day to heal your broken heart because I cursed you out so bad. I have no problem telling you about yourself and then giving you a hug the next day because the thing is if you're going to be a friend of mine, you're going to take all of me and you're going to hear all my words. You may not like it. We can agree to disagree, but I'm going to be truthful to you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that in friendships, we need to have those kinds of friendships again. Let's bring back the friendships from high school. Y'all remember that? Friendships in high school, you could say whatever you want. You didn't care. You didn't care. But now I feel like as we gotten older, people are
that's how
afraid.
I feel the same way, Donna. People
What
don't want
Donna
real
said.
friends.
People want cheerleaders, not real friends. Stop being a cheerleader
People
for your
don't
friends.
want real
Start
friends.
calling them out.
And
Start
stop. And let
calling
me tell
people
y'all
out.
one thing on this app. It's too many Indians and not enough chiefs. Stop being followers and do your own thing. I'm not talking about. I'm just saying, find your niche and get sturdy. That's it. Find your
That's
niche and
okay.
get sturdy. That's all I'm saying. I love y'all. I know I took too much time out your show. I
Yes, we got
really
to go do the
appreciate
readings
you for
now.
having me. I know you got to do these free readings. Shout outs to everybody in here. Big Rose later.
Right, Lizzie. IG calls shall not be mentioned here. All right. Now let's thank you, Rose, for doing that. Thank you for being here. I'm going to start by giving Rose the first card. He never likes me to read him because I always kind of see the truth and he don't tend to like that. So, but the funny thing is the one card that fell out is the card he needs because he got the Chariot. Rose, you about to be publicly recognized and seen. This is promotions, this is power, this is travel, this is like this is next level stuff. All right, so congratulations, Rose, on that. You about to go up to the top, and guess what? The Lotus Lounge support you, Uma supports you, and I'm pretty sure half the people in this room support you too. Y'all hit him with a fave as he does his comeback, the Rose reset, because we love to see people win, don't we? Yes, Texas Rose, I'm gonna start with you first. All right, but let me stop recording because this is for the YouTube channel. So if you guys want a replay of everything, thank you for the gifts, I really appreciate it. Got to hit that 80K for top badge. But if you want to see the replay, just go ahead to my YouTube channel, click on the Lotus Lounge streams, and you'll be able to see the